I just gotta do everything in this house, don't I? You know, a couple of months ago, I was feeling really nostalgic and I really wanted to play Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. By the way, can we all agree that's the best game with the best combat in the whole franchise? Anyway, I felt joy in knowing that my itch would soon be scratched by the Hogwarts Legacy in a few months, but then I saw this crap. What the hell, man? So I set off to work to make my own prototype that would give me the same feeling, and thus Spell Club was born. But this isn't how it started. Oh no, no. What you're seeing on the screen right now is the first iteration of this bad boy, back when Hogwarts Legacy wasn't even announced. Okay, so this is absolutely not what's supposed to be happening right now, but I think I'm gonna save it as a feature for later. I got some animations off of Mixamo because your boy is a programmer. I can't animate to save my life, honestly. I'm a little bit better when it comes to 3D modeling, but it was honestly just too time consuming and not worth it. So I got this little poly village from the Asset store and I just knew it was going to be my battlefield. So then I worked on getting some more spells in there to add some variety to the gameplay. I came up with this attack system a couple of years ago when I was working on an avatar fighting game, and I love it. I have used it and improved it ever since. So basically, your attacks are stored in scriptable objects. The main parts of these scriptable objects are the animation index and what keys trigger the attack. Then, in code, all I gotta do is check if some key was pressed and what attack does that correspond to. After getting the attack, I check the animation index and update a variable in the character's animator. When this variable does not equal 0, the animator enters this substate machine and goes to the appropriate animation. It's basically all automatic. Whenever I want to add a new spell, all I gotta do is create the scriptable object, fill it in with the info, and add an animation to it. Boom! New attack done. I didn't record much of the process while building this because my computer really can't handle much anyway, but I spent a good couple of weeks trying to figure out multiplayer. I first began by trying to make my own C# server by following Tom Weiland's tutorial, but quickly gave up on the idea just because it's just too difficult. One day I would like to have my own networking framework, but that takes a long time, and for something like this, I felt like Photon would do just fine, honestly. I already had some experience with Photon, but it still took me some time to figure out several details, such as when to use RPCs, what should be calculated in the server, and what should be calculated locally, etc, etc, etc. I'm kind of brushing it off like it was not that bad, but trust me, it definitely was, and it's just too many details for me to go into. But once all of this was done, all I had to do was make UI, add in some crispy animations and quality of life improvements, and the visuals were all done. Luckily for me, me and a couple of mates participated in the Brackets Game Jam a couple of weeks ago, and I made the absolute banger you heard in the tutorial. I decided to just use it for Spell Club as well because I really couldn't be bothered at this point and I just wanted to play the damn thing and get it out. And thus the prototype was done. Prototype, by the way, this isn't a full-fledged game. It's buggy and messy, but it was also made in a month, so who am I to complain, really? I still don't feel like I truly got the same feeling as Harry Potter in there. The dodging doesn't feel quite right, and the spells aren't as satisfying, except when you land that sweet Abacadabra. But who knows, maybe I'll revisit this in the future, I'm not quite sure. For now, this is it. You can play it in the link below. I feel like I learned a lot with this project. I hadn't touched much into multiplayer before this. This was the first time I actually made gameplay mechanics with it, so it was great to learn that and to expand my combat system like I mentioned previously. And it was Harry Potter, so I had fun regardless of all the hardships. And yeah, let me know what you thought. I'll see you next time. Here's a bonus Easter egg for the people that watched till the end. I actually inserted voice commands to the game. It only works on some computers, and I'm in debug mode right now, so my spells might not work. But if you say the words stun, push, shield, or kill. As you can see, it will actually trigger the spells, and it works just fine. So that's another mode that you can play with and have some fun with your friends. Please give it a shot. Let me know what you thought, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.